Hi guys, so as I said in my prologue, I'm very new to vlogging. I've never done this before, but I do want to just give you guys an introduction and let you know um, what is going on with me, what has happened, what's going, and just kind of give you an idea of um, a little bit of the backstory. So my name is Casey. I am 29 years old. I have 3 kids, and I have a great husband. Um, my oldest is 11. I had him when I was 17 years old. His biological father and I got married. We were married for a very short time and separated before I even had him. So, and I did have him at 17, so that all started very young. And then my second child was born in 2014. She's 6 years old now. She was born with a rare condition called giant congenital melanocytic nevus with neurocutaneous melanocytosis. So basically that means that her body makes too much melanin, so she's covered in birthmarks. She has a giant one from the top of her back down past her bottom and around her sides. It's considered giant because it can over. She keeps writing to me on Kids Messenger. She over 30% of her body is covered in birthmarks. So that's what that first part of that means, is that she has birthmarks all over her body because her body makes too much melanin. And then the neurocutaneous melanocytosis part is just, again, because her body makes too much melanin, it's not just on her body, it's also on her brain. So she does have a few spots being monitored on her brain and a cyst on her spine and some abnormal blood cells in her brain, so, or veins. So we go to C.S. Mott's Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor quite often to be monitored. She sees a dermatologist and a neurosurgeon and a neurologist and gets annual MRIs just to make sure nothing is changing, and it does give her a higher chance of possibly getting skin cancer. So we are very diligent on sunscreen, and the cells are different in that skin, so she can't sweat or she doesn't have sweat cells or fat cells in that area, so it's very easy for her to overheat. So in the heat, we need to make sure that she isn't out too long, she stays hydrated. She's doing great. I can't say that all children with this, or even adults, are doing as great as her, but she really is doing awesome. And in school, when people mention it, she just goes, "Oh, those are my spots." She knows to tell them about them and educate people instead of, just being hurt if somebody says something. But for the most part, nobody's been mean or rude, and she just takes it all in stride. I'll call her my diva all the time. You'll get to know her, and you'll see that I'm right. So, and then my youngest is Luna, and she is, I did mention her in my last vlog, she is almost 20 months. She'll be 20 months in a few days. So, she's just fun. All my kids are so fun. It gets overwhelming at times. This vlog is very real, so you'll probably see me very, I get overwhelmed. I think we all get overwhelmed. I have depression and anxiety, which makes things, we take it one day at a time, and I love my life and my family, so things might get difficult and frustrating and overwhelming, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Lyra's father and I were together for a couple of years. Biological father and I were together for a couple of years, and that ended. And then my husband, Bill, has been amazing, and he is stepped up as the kid's father more than I can even, I mean, I'm so grateful for him all the time. And you may have heard in the last vlog that awkward moment when Lyra said, because my dad doesn't have a job. Well, yes. So he lost his job November of 2019. And then he, decided to just take a little breather for a minute. Not knowing, of course, like nobody did, that COVID was going to hit in just a few months. So COVID hit, and then it was nearly impossible to get a job for a while. But also, the kids were out of school. This might be a little jumbled, but I also work for the school. We were sent to work remotely. So we were all kind of here. But then when things maybe kind of got back to, oh, well, places are opening back up. We're in Michigan, so that didn't last long either. But places were starting to open back up, and things were starting to get, I don't want to say normal because it's not normal, still not normal. But when we got to the point where he might have been able to get out and get a job, we decided as a family that it would be best for him to stay home. With all the unknowns and the kids going back and forth and me going back and forth and quarantines and, even if they have a little cough, they've got to come home. And I mean, just all the things put together, we decided that having him home with Luna and there for the kids and me being able to go and do whatever I need to do at the time seemed to work better for us. So he, for the most part, keeps up on all the housework, and he makes dinner. He has, some side things that he does, not to make money, but just to stay occupied. He works around the house a lot, and he has some gardens going. He really fills his time, and it works better for us, we've found, if he's here. So he's been getting the kids back and forth to school, and when they're actually in school, and being on top of homework and everything during the days when they're at home, lunches, all that kind of stuff that I just don't have time for. And so a lot of people wish they could be like stay-at-home moms. I'm not one of those people. I love my kids so much, but I need that get out. I need to do stuff. I need to think about things. I think way too much about everything all the time. So work really gives me something to focus on. I really loved being in school because I got to focus on things and think about things that weren't just everywhere. It's like a structured thinking, and that's what I enjoy. So I have degrees. I have associate's degrees in both business management and accounting. I work in the accounting department for a school district. It's a fairly large school district. So I do mostly accounts payable. I do some of the accounts receivable and some other things, There are other things, but that's my main focus is accounts payable, and now entering the accounts receivable, which is kind of a new thing. So that's what I do, and I absolutely love my job. I've been there for almost 2.5 years, and I just love it. So now I've been working remotely for the most part. I go into the office 1 day a week, sometimes for a couple hours I have to go in, it's so nice to have Bill here. taking care of the things so that I don't have to think about absolutely everything. He's my lifesaver. He's my rock. He's everything. So, in more ways than just this. He's my best friend. I mean, he's my husband. He's what I would hope that people could expect their husbands to be. So, that's that. I am currently working on losing some weight for, my doctor recommended a couple weeks ago that I go in for weight loss surgery. So, I am going through the steps for that, for insurance and whatever, to, we're watching what I'm eating, where I have to lose so much before that happens. I have to check in with my doctor every month. There's a lot of stuff that has to go into this, I'm realizing. So as of a couple weeks ago, I stopped drinking soda. I've cut down on, carbs. I'm not like cutting them out, but I am watching them better. I did do keto in the past and that worked well for me, but we just can't afford it right now, to be honest. I mean, carbs are cheap, meat is not, and that's pretty simply what it is, So I try to, cut back a little bit on whatever the carb is of the meal, but I still eat it. I'm not indulging in cookies if I want cookies, maybe one, but maybe not a whole thing of a Chips Ahoy pocket, even though they're delicious. So, I stepped on the scale this morning for the first time in a couple of weeks, and it looks like I'm down 4 pounds, so that is pretty, I'm pretty happy with that, assuming our scale is correct. I'll take that. I've recently also realized that I don't really have hobbies. I don't have, I go to work or I work from home. I have my kids, we hang out, but I'm not active. I have arthritis. I've had arthritis since I was a year old. I was diagnosed. So, I've been in and out of remission a couple times since then. Right now I am out of remission. And, it makes it really hard for me to be active, or to be a part of the things that are going on in my kid's life, which is why I approached my doctor and asked for help with weight loss. I feel like I will be able to be more active once I have less weight and less pressure on my joints. So I asked for help. There's nothing wrong. It's a good thing to ask for help. And I do that. I see a counselor for my mental issues. I'm on medications. I'm working towards a better me. So that's been kind of my whole goal for the last few months, is working towards a better me. So I talked to my doctor, and she said that a lot of the weight loss medications that aid with that are not, I would not be a candidate for, because they cause extreme anxiety. And since I already have extreme anxiety, that wouldn't be an option. So she also mentioned some kind of an injection. That's a new thing. But insurance won't cover that, and we can't afford to pay that out of pocket. So she said that she would recommend surgery for me. So I got a call later that day from the bariatric clinic, and they, started telling me what I need to do in order to make that happen. So I'm hoping sometime this fall, 2021, I can get that done. But I've also been looking at other things, not, just for a better me. I've been looking at different things that I can do to help myself, and I've been watching a lot of, makeup people on YouTube, and I've been like, hey, I think I can do that. So I went from using my 3 standard products, my eyeliner, mascara, and foundation that I needed all the time, and I've kind of gone outside of the box, and I've tried to go a little bit fancier, and I'm pretty happy with the way it's been going so far. I feel a lot better, and like today I did my makeup even though I'm not going anywhere or doing anything. I try to go for bolder colors when that happens. Like today I went purpley, and I don't know how much you can tell from there, but I'm kind of digging the purple. So I didn't wear contacts today because why? Sorry about that. So that is, anyway, I've been kind of playing around with makeup, and then a couple weeks ago, my husband and I went on a date, and we were going to go ice fishing. So I figured if I'm covered here and here, I needed, and, you know, everywhere else, I needed to do something else to look nice for my man. So I did some research, and I found magnetic eyelashes that stick to eyeliner, and I had never done fake eyelashes before except for my wedding, and so I got some, and I love them. So I've been really into lashes lately. I'm not wearing any today because I was really struggling with my magnetic eyeliner this morning, so I kind of just gave up, but I've been really liking them. And then I had never ever touched my eyebrows, but I decided to try and do some shaping with those, and I think I did a pretty good job with those too. I'm kind of liking that I'm trying new things, and I feel less self-conscious about these things that I was feeling pretty self-conscious about. So, and then, not even that long, not even a couple weeks ago, I thought about my face and like how I never do anything with my face. I started using makeup remover wipes probably the end of last year, and that's it. Like, I would rinse it off in the shower. So I started doing some research on what I should be doing for my face because I'm almost 30. And I started to get like bags under my eyes, and I've never had bags under my eyes. Like, I always thought I was fine. You know, I have this scar right here, but can't do anything about that. But like the bags under my eyes, I'm not even 30. So I did some research, and now I've been kind of getting into a facial or like a face routine, and I'm really loving it. My face feels so good, and it looks so healthy, and I'm just feeling good. And I don't know, it could be the changes that I'm making, like with the soda or with different things, but I've been feeling really good lately. So there's all of that. And then they just changed at this appointment a couple weeks ago that I was talking about with my doctor. We needed to kind of switch around medications. So now I'm on this new medication that I was taking at night because it's supposed to be replacing my old medication, which I took at night. So I figured I'd keep it on the same regimen and go from there. Well, I was taking it at night. I was not sleeping. It took me hours to fall asleep, even taking melatonin or something. And then apparently while I was sleeping, I remember having nightmares. Like, I woke up terrified. But Bill said that I was yelling in my sleep, I was hitting, I was kicking. It was not going well. And then one day, just a few days after I started taking it, I just completely melted down. I've never felt quite like this before. I was terrified. I mean, I just couldn't handle everything that was going on. I couldn't handle anything. Like, I called into work. I said, I can't do this today. I couldn't parent. I just came in here into my bedroom. I had the doors shut. I could not. I took some melatonin and stuff to try and help me sleep. Called my doctor. I'm like, this is not right. This is not okay. I can't be like this. And they suggested that I started taking it in the morning. And that seems to be helping a lot. Apparently I was yelling in my sleep again last night, but I don't remember having bad dreams, and I did actually sleep at night. So it's been a roller coaster, which I think always switching medications that do things to your hormones and to your brain and your serotonin and all that kind of stuff. I think it's always going to be a little bit, trial and error, of course, but that was just not an experience that I ever would like to go through again. So hopefully this kind of works, but also mellows, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, the other thing is that, I see a therapist, and she suggested that I start journaling because I just have so many thoughts, but I don't want to journal. Journaling's not my thing. My joints hurt. I don't want to write any more than I have to for work. I don't want to. But my mom vlogs, and so I decided, why don't I just try vlogging? So here I am. And like I said, I wanted to get the introduction done sooner rather than later, so that as I move forward, I can make references to things and not have to go into long backstories at that time. So, let's see, we've talked about that I'm doing makeup, and I've started lotioning. So with this late weight loss surgery, I'm really hoping that, I haven't been big for more than a few years. Like I've been, since I had my daughter, my middle child, so 5 years maybe, after I had her. Probably 5 years. So I'm hoping that since I'm still young and haven't been big for that long, hopefully once I have this weight loss surgery and I start losing, my joints will start feeling better, and I'll be able to work out enough that my skin will kind of stretch back. But in order to do that, I know that my skin has to be healthy. So I've started also using lotion, to keep myself moisturized, and hopefully that'll help. I think that it's kind of a catch-22 because I also have had 3 kids. So we'll see how that goes. But even if I don't have that elasticity, doing things that are better for me and for my health, definitely in the long run should help regardless. I'm doing this because I want to be a part of my kids' lives. I don't want to just watch. I'm tired of looking in the mirror and seeing what I see. My Bill has never said anything or been, he loves me for me, and he's attracted to me, and he wants me for me, and I love that. But I want to feel attractive enough to be more confident, to be what I want to be for him and for me. And I want that, I want to be a part, like I said, of the kids' lives and not just watching. I want to do things. I hope that once there's less weight on my joints will feel better. I'm tired of sitting in my spot on the couch and falling in, or laying in my side of the bed and falling in. There's just a lot of things. There's a lot of contributing factors here, and I'm ready to make those changes that it takes to do something this life-changing. So I'm ready. My mom and dad got divorced when I was 4, I think. My dad is still, you know, part of my life. He never left. And he lives a couple hours away, so we don't see him as much. But he's still there, and we try to talk. And then my mom and my stepdad, who is basically my dad, they've been together forever. So I consider him, you know, another father figure to me. So when I say stepdad, I don't mean it like, I just mean it to say because he is my stepdad, but he is very much a father figure to me. They've been married for, maybe I shouldn't have said that, like 18 years, I think. Maybe 19? Maybe. But anyway, there's that part of my family. My mom is my biggest supporter. My best friend is Sarah. We've been best friends for my best friend is Sarah. We have been best friends since we were 15 years old, I think. So that's 14 years, I thought. Yeah. She is also my biggest supporter. I mean, she has been there for everything. She's the very best. I mean, I don't know how much I can go into, but she's been there for the birth of my kids. She's been there through, you know, boys, through heartaches, through moves, through everything. And even though we started up in our hometown a couple hours away, we're both now in the same area, about 20 minutes away. We don't see each other as often as we'd like. A lot of that has to do with, you know, the whole situation of the corona right now. But we're still very close. I mean, she's my very best friend. You know, we have other friends that we hang out with, and I'm sure you'll see them on here. We don't do much. Like, we like to hang around and play Cards Against Humanity or What You Meme with our friends and let our kids play. That's about it. Work. Like I said, Bill's into gardening. He likes growing everything from fruits and vegetables to medicines to, you know, different kinds of things. We're really, one big thing that we really hope to have done this year is we'd like to buy a house. We currently live in a mobile home, in a mobile home park, and it's just too small. It is so small. It was great when Leland and Lyra and I moved in 5 years ago, but since then, you know, those two have gotten older, of course, and then Bill and then Luna, and adding a whole nother household with Bill, and then a whole nother new person. You know, babies and toddlers now take up a lot of space, and we just don't have it. So you'll see a mess in our house. Like, this vlog is going to be very real. You'll see our mess. You'll see our clutter. You'll see all of it. And really, we just need a house. We're working on it. Hopefully, we can get a house this year. We'll see. But we're really hoping to get a house. We are going to Florida in a couple months to see my sister, because even though, you know, we don't have, so we're trying to save for a house. Like, we don't have the money for a house. And, but even though we're doing that, like, we decided we can't put our life on hold. So we still need to do things together as a family. And this year we decided we're going to Florida. My sister is actually, so her name is Mandy. She was 10 when my dad found out that he had another child. My mom and dad had never wanted kids, so at that point they decided, oh, I guess we better be careful, because my dad wasn't supposed to be able to have kids. So then they found out about Mandy, and they're like, oh, but guess what? My mom was already pregnant with me. So my mom actually wanted to put me up for adoption because she did not want kids. Now she's glad she didn't, though. A couple weeks in, she tells me it just kind of clicked, you know, and that was that. And now she's happy to have me. But then, so now my sister Mandy, about 10 years ago now, reached out to me, and she said, hey, I'm sorry if you don't know about me or if you don't know about this, but I'm pretty sure I found my dad, and I'm pretty sure he's also your dad. So, you know, if you could let me know, that'd be great. And so I did, and I knew about her, and she's in Florida, and she, within a few months, came up to visit, and met Leland and I, and our dad. And then she came up again for our wedding, with her husband, Michael, and Michael came up the first time too. And then for the wedding, two of her kids, Zoe and Logan, came up too. And it was just great meeting her and seeing them, and I love them. I love her, and I wish that we were closer. You know, we never got to have those bonding sister moments. So this year, we were just talking about, like, going to an aquarium or something. Like, yeah, maybe we'll go down to Ohio and go to an aquarium. And then we were like, why not go all the way to Florida? We'll stay with Mandy. We'll go see things. So over spring break, we decided we're going to go see Mandy. So we're really, really, really excited about that. This will be our first really chance to be around each other. Like, both of the times we met before, it was only for a day or two. So this will be really, really good for us as sisters, but also good for us as a family, to go do this together. So really excited about that. And I'm sure on the vlog I took yesterday, but I'm going to post it after this one, you'll see that the kids made a chain for that trip to Florida, like a countdown to how many days. 53, by the way. Now 53. So that's something that's going on. I think that's about all I wanted to cover. It's been over a half an hour of just me talking. Hi, again, me again. So I'm out here editing, and I realized that it just, like, cut off at the end, which I was just closing up anyway. But I'd still like to say thank you all for watching. And I'm sure there'll be more getting to know each other type things. But I did just want to put this together, like I said, to kind of get to know well, for you to get to know me, I guess. But now I'm out in the living room, and so it's kind of, you know, Toonie, hi. Say hi. There's Luna. There's Luna. So, I hope you enjoyed my introduction. Thank you, Toonie. And I will see you guys later. Bye. Say bye.